Hello everyone, my name is Yunus Mümin Aydınoğlu, and I want to talk about what is engineering life and what is engineering perspective, because the last week Cemre and Alper, Cemre talked about GPAs and courses, and Alper talked about LinkedIn and how to show yourself, and today Arda gave information about building projects and understanding and solving skills, but I want to give much more detail about how can you add engineering into your life, because I think it's one of the most important things, because we are always saying that engineering is solving skills, but solving problems. But what is solving problems? How are you gonna detect the problems? How are we gonna understand a problem? Like we are learning programming, we are learning web development, embedded, etc. But we need to able to understand if there is a problem to solve it. So I want to give just some information and my previous experiences about this kind of topics, and also about our club and generally volunteering for things, how they improve you and this kind of things. So let's continue with my introducing myself. I kind of started programming at middle school, and actually at high school I started with Python and C, and I was just doing normal calculator or normal basic Python programs, and with the Arduino and the C, they were just normal basic and maybe most of the people called useless projects. But the main idea was that not the project to be useful for anything. Like a high schooler project wouldn't be used anything probably, but still it develops the skill of learning engineering and putting it into your lifestyle. Because when you are engineer, like we are seeing doctors, we are seeing lawyers, and we are seeing them, they are putting their profession into their lives and using it everywhere. So as engineers, and especially software engineers or computers or AI, especially for this field, right now in the modern world, everything becomes digitalized, and every problem you see, every hardness you face, and even though it's not a problem, you are able to solve it or improve it with the software and the recent technologies. And with the revelation with the AI, there is actually no saying that I don't know this, I don't know how to do that. Like, of course, nobody knows everything, but we are able to learn it. And also, as Arda said before, that learning is the most important part, like being able to learn, being able to make research. This is what gives you the power of engineering, in my belief. And for this, actually, MO Software and AI Development Club actually helped me a lot, because I am talking about solving problems or developing yourself, but without problems, what you're gonna solve? Because when you look around, every problem looks solved. But when you are volunteering to organization, like getting into an organization, working with a team or in a club, and you are trying to do some activities or anything, can be, you are facing problems, and you are actually creating problems to yourself to solve them, because actually you are gaining two things. The first thing is, of course, the mission and the vision of the club or organization or whatever you are in, that you are putting effort for people's life to improve it, or it might be anything else too. And the second thing is that we are students here, and we are not engineers yet, but we need to learn it somehow. And this kind of things can't be learned by just reading the book. So to learn, actually to practice, it's not about just writing the programs or just developing softwares. It's about understanding how the engineering works. So I kind of want to keep continue about engineering life. And I want to give some examples of what or how an engineer thinks or acts, or how to put it into your life. I want to give some example from free software and open source software terms, because in these terms, actually, you are like if you look at it as money base, you are not gaining any money when you are writing a free software. Or Arda said that he created PHP Olama and nobody gave him money or anything for this. But what he did is that contributing to world. And with his contribution, maybe thousands of projects are developed by his helps. And also, you know your classes from probably Python that when we are writing a code, we are importing libraries. And these libraries, most of the time, are just written by people who want to contribute to the world. And with this effort, actually, the software world is becoming bigger and bigger and developing, and we are being something with this thing. And maybe it was not the case with Arda, but maybe it is. I don't know. We will see. To create something and to solve problems, when you sit on your laptop, when you are searching for how to do this, how to do that, you don't know. And actually, one of the most important skill is research spirit, because before the AI, especially there was nothing you can ask, and there was no one most of the time to help you, because if they're able to help it, they will solve the problem already. Most of the time, this was the case. So you needed to research it by yourself, learn it by yourself, use it, test it, maybe failed, and try again and again. Like it was working like this, and actually it's still working like this. But with the AI, it's hard to see. And still, it's maybe the biggest important skill is the learn anything. Like if I need to give some example from my life, that I had a project named Data Harvest, and we were developing a project for the trees and to how to improve their let's call it outputs. And I didn't know anything about the trees. I didn't know anything about the gathering, the weather, nothing. Then I just sit on the books and read it. Maybe for 2 months, I only read books about trees and how they got bigger and grow and give their fruits, this kind of things. And when you look at me, I'm a computer engineering student. I work at the software club, and actually I have no knowledge or field in the trees. But I know I had a problem and I need to solve it, and I know that I need to search and do everything to solve this problem. And this is what's called as engineering. So the main thing I am trying to say is that we are not programmers, we are not developers, because especially with the AI, actually agents are kind of doing the programming and developing part most of the time, and they are getting improved really fast. But the thing that they are not able to do is to see the problem and create the solution for it. When you give them the solution, they're able to program it. But the first thing is to find the problem and to solve it. And the third thing that I want to talk about is that I'm saying again that we are engineers, we are software engineers, we are computer engineers, and the computers we have, it's like our gate to this field. Because maybe a mechanical engineers can take things from there around and build some things, or I don't know, but for computer engineering is that we have only this gate, and we need to learn it. And to learn it, actually, to learn it, you need to spend time on it. Like let's say you are using some educational tools, maybe you are using PDF readers, but let's say your reader is not good enough for you, and you are missing some. You are saying in your head that I wish there was something like able to write on the PDF. Let's say I'm just giving an example, and you are a software engineer or computer engineer, and your mission is actually to create this. And when you try to create this kind of things, the tools or anything that you need, actually this is how the things getting improved. And another important thing is that personal passion, because as I am saying again that I started programming with game developments, And for my graduation project, I worked front end, back end, and for my personal interests, I switched artificial intelligence. I learned some LLMs, etc. And these things all comes from the personal passion, because if you don't have passion to your work, then especially in the software field, it's kind of becoming impossible, because you need to be curious about it and have passion about it. And maybe you are first year students and you might not have a passion or curiosity about any of the fields, but it's still early for you to not to have passion. If you have a passion, it's wonderful. But if you don't, you need to find what you like. And you might try game development, you might try web, you might try embedded systems, artificial intelligence. In the AI, there is image processing, natural language processing, like thousands of things. And actually, you need to try one by one and see which field do you like. This is a very important thing. And this is the thing that's gonna improve you. And I want to talk about the ways of improving yourself, is that building yourself, because even though our university is good and we are having a good education, the real learning part is coming from our insights. Because let's say our university giving a web course, and the web course you are learning .NET, but in the work field you need to use React. How are we gonna learn React? By searching yourself, by educating yourself. I mean, this is how it works, and there is no escape from this. And there is some good organizations or platforms that you are able to do it. Like with the lead codes, you are able to learn algorithms and improve yourself with about algorithms. And especially Kaggle is one of the very good platforms about data science and AI generally, because you are able to find data sets, you are able to find ready models or the training codes of the models, so you are able to see what professional writes, how they write their codes, how they solving their problems, and learn from them. Also, in this kind of organizations, there is competitions happening, or competition kind of things. Really good to develop for yourself. And the personal tools I am talking about in this slide is that, let's say you have a friend that you very like, and their birthday is coming, and you are making a simple game for them. Actually, most of the people might think that it's meaningless. I don't know, but I think in my head, it's the real essence of being an engineer. And I want to switch about volunteer jobs and or generally clubs, and especially our club. With the club and the organizational things, it might be about governments, it might be about international organizations, anything. You are able to learn from the people that is already in the sector. Like with our webinars, we are trying to, and we are calling people from the America, from Turkey, and from the biggest companies like Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, Apple, and we are learning how did they become this person? How did they become a senior software engineer or anything? And it's really useful, because in the university it's hard to see sector, but this is the one of the ways to do it. And working with the teams, really improving your soft skills, because the soft skills are really important thing. I am saying again, it's not only writing the code, but able to communicate, able to understand what they said, and able to give your opinion. What are you talking about? They need to understand it. And the networking is, we all know that network is really important. And I just want to give a little sentence about it, because mostly Alper actually talked about how the network is useful. And for the AI Summit we are doing as the club is one of the biggest summits in the North Cyprus, because we are really gathering the leads of the sector, and you are able to see them face to face and talk to them and ask your questions. And let's say you are not interested in the AI, but still the fields in the engineering, it's not only about this field. you are listening from an AI engineer, but they are actually giving information about how to be engineer. And even though you are not AI engineer, you might take some knowledge from them about your field as well. I don't know how long I did talk, but I'm gonna finish shortly. And the last thing actually I want to say is that there is no waiting and there is no, okay, I graduated and I'm an engineer. It's not happens like this. Like I'm about to graduate 2 months later and nothing gonna change in my life. I'm gonna be as myself. And the thing to become an engineer is to make yourself an engineer and get into mood or get into the mindset of being engineer. That's it actually in my presentation. And the last thing actually I want to say is that while we are students, we are mostly having the problem of we can't find time to do this, to do that. That actually this is the only one of the only lifespan that we have too much time. And this is the time to be engineer. Yes.
I really want to thank you to both.
Evet hocam.
Arda and Yunus. Let me put something top of that. Why these students, the senior students, are doing these seminars for you? Because you are in first year, maybe you don't know what to do. Maybe what they talk about, you don't understand really what is going on. But they are trying to share their experiences with you. When they come to the department for the first time, they were like you. Maybe you think like this, we don't know how to walk. Now they are talking us to how to run. No, it's not like this. Because from the previous week, Alperen and others and all of them, they are touching the different topics, and then what kind of things you will come face to in future. Okay, please, this is a good opportunity for you. Go and knock their doors. Go to the club. Be volunteer for some small jobs. They will. I'm sure they will give you some duty. And this is the way you will learn how to collaborate with a team. Maybe you are not into programming, but you can start from some point. But what is the main thing is here. When you go to the outside work, the companies, you will not work alone. You will be under one supervisor or one director. They will give you duties, and they will know, you will know how to coordinate and how to work together. So this is the very, very early stage for you to learn these facilities. Okay, that's why they kill themselves to explain the different topics in different manner. So I am not advertising anything. This is just an opportunity for you. I think they shared everything about the club and all QR code or all website, whatever it is. You can find them easily in the department. It is located in the first floor. Okay, so thank you again. I think this was the last one, right?
Evet hocam. Thank you as well for giving us this opportunity, present ourselves and getting
You are
connected.
always welcome. When you bring new ideas or other things, especially in the going on process, you can also, I think you will do the AI submit in this year, right?
Yes, in the second day of the May, it will happen.
Yeah, so they can also come to you, and then maybe you can give them some responsibilities, those who are interested in.
In our website, actually, we published staff appliances. We are taking appliances from there, and we can share the link through this chat.
Okay, you can switch
anytime.
Okay, that's why. If you have question, maybe they have to ask question, or they can come to the offices of you, and they can come individually. Yeah, they're always welcome.
Okay, my presentation is actually ended, so we can take some questions if anybody has.